ever seeing kids for the first time this weekend? I'm ready to adopt.
Adopting an older child is not an easy decision.
My name is Esther.
Well, why aren't you down at the party?
I've never really seen the point of it. I guess I'm different.
There's nothing wrong with being different, you know.
This is an extraordinary little girl. She's very mature for her age. You seem to have made quite a connection.
Is this your house?
It's your home, too. You're just as much part of this family as Danny and Max.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
This is our new student, and I'd like you all to make her feel very welcome today.
Oh, look. Little Bo Peep texts me. She wants her outfit back.
Esther, what are you doing?
Something's happening to cause Esther to feel this way.
Typically, I don't enjoy horror movies about killer kids, as they tend to either be about demons, and demons or the devil aren't really that interesting to me, or they're just really, really stupid. Orphan is one of those exceptions. For once, we're talking about a film I saw on release, and frankly, I think it deserved a lot more praise than it got. Yes, I would consider this film an underrated gem. The movie revolves around Kate, played by Vera Farmiga, and her husband John, played by Peter Sarsgaard. Kate recently lost a child in one of the most horrific ways possible in a very devastating scene at the beginning of the film. In order to cope with the loss of their child, they decide to adopt a young girl from a local orphanage. Her name is Esther. A strange but oddly charming little girl with a sort of Victoria-era aesthetic to her appearance, played wonderfully by Isabelle Fuhrman. Things seem to be going pretty well for the family at first, but then Kate starts to notice something really strange about Esther. Something not quite right. Her suspicions are slowly confirmed when a nun from the orphanage confesses that she's clueless about Esther's origin. That's when strange things begin to happen around the family. It starts when a girl from school finds herself hurt, and continues to the point where bodies begin to hit the floor around the family. So the question remains, who is Esther? What does she want? And what will she do to this family to get it? Technically, this film would qualify as a slasher, but I think it works a lot better than most slasher films because it actually takes the time to develop its characters like a drama would. Kate, for example, is a recovering alcoholic who is teetering near the edge of sobriety. There are intricate sensibilities and quirks about her character that make her really feel genuine to the audience, and I can say that about most of the characters in this cast. Esther herself, of course, is the main focus, and the main draw for this film is the gaslighting and games that she plays with this family in order to manipulate people against each other. As sad and disturbing as it might be, it's actually a joy to watch all these plans come together, and it'll often leave you on the edge of your seat, as Esther's plans often get more insane and complex, and her motives remain very, very uncertain. Seriously though, Esther does a lot of damage in this film, and it is enjoyable to watch. This movie also has a few really great twists that make this movie a lot more memorable than most. If I had to make any gripes about it, I would say the movie is full of really cheap jump scares. I suppose it's a product of the time, as the mid-2000s had a lot of horror movies with really lame and generic jump scares in order to have artificial fear inserted into the film. I don't mind jump scares, I just get slightly annoyed when they include them with a generic horror movie sting. It feels very unnecessary, and I feel like films can handle jump scares a lot better than this really generic, boring way. There's also plenty of fake-out jump scares which are equally annoying and lame, and unfortunately will drag the movie down for some, including myself. That aside, Orphan is a really great underrated film, and if you haven't seen it this Halloween, it's definitely worth a watch, especially since this film just got a sequel, Orphan Kills, which can be watched on Paramount+. But if you're just looking for the original, Paramount Plus also has it, and you're probably not going to find it anywhere else because the streaming wars are at full swing and everything is all split apart amongst the streaming services. Regardless, Orphan really is worth a watch, so track it down if you can.